Hey dancers, it's Kendall here. Today we're going over side leg holds. So if it feels like you just can't get your leg up to the side, or it's stuck at maybe 90 degrees and you try to pull it up there but it feels so heavy, sometimes it's a strength issue and sometimes it's a flexibility issue. So in today's video, we're going to talk about some strength exercises. We're going to do a couple. We're going to work on some stretches as well, and we're going to test before and after and see if our leg hold gets a little bit higher. You're going to need a resistance band for today's workout, and then that is it. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so make sure you have your resistance band. We're not going to use it quite yet, so just place it off to the side for now. And I want to go over a side leg hold and the positioning and how we're actually going to be doing it, so that way when we do the after side leg hold, after our exercises, we know our proper placement and where to lift our leg. So the best way that I like to get into it is actually coming up into a passe position and then grabbing the heel. And actually, I'm going to take my shoes off so you don't need to, it's easier to see, and I don't want to grab the bottom of my shoe. But the easiest way that I like to get into it is coming up to a side passe position, turned out position here, and then bringing the leg forward to an attitude position, grabbing the heel, and then opening to the side from there, okay? So as you do this, you're thinking about opening up the leg to the side, but it doesn't have to be a straight side. It could be slightly in front of you here, because I do want you to be able to turn out the leg. So as you lift the leg up, I don't want to see this hip lifted up. I want it to be rotated down in a nice placement through the hips, okay? So go ahead and try that before on both sides. See how it feels. Notice where you feel tight, and then notice how high your leg is, all right? Then we're gonna grab a resistance band, and we're gonna go and do a couple exercises. So in order to lift our leg to the front and to the side, we do need to be working on the hip flexors. So we're gonna do this exercise with the loop resistance band, and then bring it right around the arches of your feet, and we're gonna stand. I'm gonna hold on to the wall for balance, and we're gonna just put one hand on your hip, lift the leg up. So we're lifting the knee as high as we can to the front or to the side. So all these exercises that we're doing can be applicable to front extensions as well. So if you're gonna work on more of the side, I suggest turning out both feet and then lifting the knee up so your knee is coming more to the side than it is to the front. So we just lift and lower, lift, lower. And you should be feeling right at the crease of your hip, right in the front here, should be feeling that squeeze as you lift your leg up. Let's do about 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. Same thing. I'm going to face this way so you can see my leg. Lifting up and down. We're doing 10 total on each side. And as you follow along with this video, sometimes it's helpful to do a second round of the exercises. In this video, we're only going to do 1 round, but feel free to do the first round, pause the video, or rewind and do another round to get hopefully even better results. Last 2 lifts, and last one. Perfect, good. Whew, I am feeling those hip flexors already. All right, good. Let's go into some stretches. So when we're lifting the leg to the front or to the side, we're stretching through the hamstrings, the inner thighs, and the glutes, which is something that is most often forgotten about when it comes to improving any kind of extension. So with our glutes, we're gonna start there, and then we're gonna work our way down. So we're gonna come into a pigeon stretch, which is one of my favorites. I use it in a lot of my videos because I feel like it's such a good stretch and an underrated stretch. So one leg is going to be crossed in front into about a 90-degree angle. If 90-degree angle is hard to hold, you can always pull the knee in or pull the foot in just a little bit more. And then the back leg is straight. And we're gonna hold this pigeon stretch here. Now, maybe your hips are not all the way on the ground. Maybe you're up here a little bit more, and that's okay. But I want you to feel that stretch through the glutes of the front leg. So right on the outside of the hip is where we should be targeting it. We can either hold here, or you can bring your elbows down to the floor for a deeper stretch. Let's hold here and take a couple more deep breaths. Ideally, we want to be holding this stretch for about 30 seconds on each side. One more deep breath in and out. Good, and then come back up and let's switch to the other side. Front leg bent, back leg straight. Ooh, this side is a lot tighter for me today. It is hard to get into that position. Now, I didn't quite warm up before we started filming this video, so I'm definitely feeling it. Good, chest up or down. Make sure your hips are square as you can get it. You don't want to be in this kind of like side position here. Keep holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, perfect. Our next one is going to be something for the inner thighs. So it's a half frog position. I'll give you a couple options. So come onto your knees like this, and then straighten one leg all the way out to the side. Now this leg, ideally I want it to be straight to the side. You can bring it forward a little bit more or backward a little bit more depending on what feels best, but we're trying to feel the inside of the leg here stretching. Hands are gonna be down on the floor. Now you can stay up here or you can slide out so you're in a deeper stretch. So your hips are closer to the floor and this kneeling knee is a little bit further out to the side. Now, if you already feel a stretch here, great, let's just hold it there. If you want a deeper stretch, you can either push out further or you can do a little rock forward and back with the hips to get a little bit deeper into the hip socket and those muscles that are closer up to the hip. And most importantly, we are breathing during all of these stretches. One more deep breath in. And then come back out of that stretch and let's do the other side. On one knee, other leg straight, slide out to where you feel comfortable. Maybe you add the rock forward and back. And if you notice that one side is super hard and the other side's a bit easier, that's normal, but it's a sign that we might want to start paying a little bit more attention to that side that feels difficult and try to even things out as much as we can. One more deep breath here, or one more rock forward and back. Good, and then we come back in. Beautiful. All right, the last exercise is for the hamstrings, and we're just coming down and holding a stretch, nice and simple. We're gonna take one leg forward, one leg back, so we're in a parallel fourth position. Reach your arms up, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, reach all the way forward and down to the floor. Maybe your hands touch the floor, or maybe you're holding onto the leg here. Maybe you have a yoga block and you're placing your hands on the yoga block. But no matter where you're at, I want you to think about keeping your head down and then keeping your legs as straight as possible. And we should be feeling a stretch through that front leg and the back side of the leg, the hamstrings. One more deep breath in here. And then exhale, roll back up. Let's switch to the other side. Other leg forward. Come down, hold that stretch. Now, like I said earlier, you can go ahead and rewind this video and do these stretches again if you would like. I would do them no more than 3 rounds just to make sure that we're not fatiguing the body too much. And we're also not holding these stretches for super long. We're holding them for about 30 seconds, maybe a little bit shorter for the sake of this video because I'm not timing them. But we don't want to be holding our stretches for more than that just because it's not going to actually help your muscles lengthen anymore after that 30-second mark. And that's been shown through a few research studies that 30 seconds is that optimal time. And then doing more sets is actually more effective. So you give a little bit more rest and then you try it again. And that's going to give you a little more length than just holding it for a minute straight or a minute and a half. All right, last one, and then come all the way back up. Whew. Amazing. All right, let's try our side leg holds one more time, and then we will go on to the next video. We're gonna go back to that passe position, turned out both legs. Maybe you hold onto the wall if you would like. Come up to a passe, grab that foot, open it out to the side. Did your leg get a little bit higher? Mine definitely did, and I don't feel like I am getting as much of a stretch through the inner thighs and hamstrings. I actually feel a little more comfortable in that side position. Let's try the other side as well. Passe, front attitude, bend that standing leg, and then open to the side. Good. Hopefully that feels much better than the first go around. If you liked this video, go ahead and click that like button, subscribe to the channel. I have plenty more videos that go over technique skills and different exercises and things like that. And then lastly, if you want to improve your extensions, if this is something that you're trying to reach, some goal that you're trying to reach for this season, I do have a 6-week training plan that can help you. It's called Sky High Extensions. It's 6 weeks long, 2 workouts per week, and you only need really a resistance band and maybe weights if you want them, but you can do the whole plan with just a resistance band, which is so nice because a lot of people do have those and they're more portable, so it makes it a little bit easier to do on the go. I'll put more info about Sky High Extensions in the description of this video. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you guys next week.